Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the staff of a tattoo shop here in our region use their art form to raise awareness and money for ALS. And as they start becoming more active, it's important to stay aware of the slithering snakes that may find themselves on your property.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:31. I'm Keaton Hall on this Monday morning. How you doing, Brandon? I know it's your kind of Tuesday now, isn't it?
We got a little bit of work in yesterday. It was a very active day, but thankfully things have calmed down a bit. I'm doing well. Keaton, how are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm not too tired. I got some decent sleep. I know you probably didn't get as much sleep as I did.
I got a 2-hour nap. I mean, it works.
That's a nap. Yeah, you go home and get a good rest after this.
Exactly. So let's take a look, see what's going on this morning as we head out the door. We're going to continue to watch some light shower activity out there as we head through the first part of your day. We're looking at most of the rain kind of clustered in the Big Sandy, and you want to know why? Because that's where the cold front is. So it's still pushing the rain out there this morning as we take a look at the satellite radar composite there, and you'll see that kind of hovering right there in those areas. So the further east you are, the better the chance you're seeing some of those light showers. Now, Jenkins, not too much going on up there this morning as they've repositioned the camera up to the Jenkins Mountain look, the view up there going up towards Southwest Virginia. So again, just kind of keep an eye out this morning for some fog, some wet roads, and just take it easy. 59 Williamsburg, Moorhead, 64 now. It's still falling out there behind the cold front. Jonesville, Logan, Ashland, Prestonsburg, Middlesboro, and Jacksboro. I know that's a lot of folks, but that's where we're 64 out there, 63 behind them. And Pikeville, Manchester, and Grundy this morning. Emoji cast, chances for rain early. Then we'll see some stray shower chances tomorrow. But you notice an upward trend with those temperatures, even with those spotty chances for rain the next few days, and those will continue all week. We'll talk about the extended forecast coming up in just a little bit. Keaton?
Thank you, Brandon. A tattoo shop is spreading awareness and raising money for ALS. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more on why this event hit so close to home for the Corbin community.
Tattooing for a cure. It is what the team at In the Skin Tattoos are doing to support people suffering from ALS. Owner Dale North died in October 2022, and his wife Kelly North said they knew they wanted to honor him.
And we knew pretty immediately that we were definitely going to do something in honor of ALS. We were able to raise quite a bit of money through the month of May just doing that. And then this fundraiser today was to kind of, the big to-do, kind of end it with a bang.
Manager Glenn Smith says this was a way to remember him by doing what he loved, tattoos.
Everybody in this town knew him, and it's just something, kind of a memorial for him, but also more than anything, it's a thank you from us at In the Skin for giving us a donation to go towards this cause.
Kelly says ALS can be a burden on a lot of families, which is why events like this are important.
All the money that is raised and donated, it gets used for research, it gets used to support families. It costs, on average, $250,000 per family to take care of someone with ALS, and that's out of pocket after insurance.
Smith says everything they can do to help this cause matters.
Every little bit we do helps. So those kind of benefits and those kind of things to not just extend your life, but help make a better quality of life, at least as far as we can today.
Which is why they are giving out 2 tattoos, a ribbon for ALS and a star for Dale. In Corbin, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Smith says all of the proceeds are going toward the Kentucky chapter of the ALS Foundation. A new business has opened its doors in Prestonsburg. The Altman Eye Center hosted its grand opening with some giveaways and a ribbon cutting last week, inviting friends, family, and the community out for the celebration. Dr. Turner Altman says it's an honor to be back and to serve people in his wife's hometown.
The Prestonsburg community is a community my wife grew up in, Victoria May, now Altman, and to be here in this community where she grew up is something that I'm so thankful to be a part of, and to be able to serve this community is a dream come true, honestly.
This marks the opening of Dr. Altman's second practice in Eastern Kentucky after he opened the Pikeville location back in May of 2022. As the weather continues to warm up, you may see more snakes on or near your property, causing reptile experts to want to inform everyone about snake safety. Staff members with the Kentucky Reptile Zoo say snakes like to hide in small enclosed spaces like inside piles of wood or even under your pet's water or food bowls. So before you venture outdoors, it's important to be aware of your surroundings and use tools to move objects outside to prevent being bitten.
Don't put your hands and feet where you can't see. So when hiking, don't step down in front of a log where you can't see underneath it. Don't reach into the brush. If you have a long-handled tool to move firewood, you can knock firewood off the pile that way, or wear covering on your legs and feet when you're walking outside.
Those with the Kentucky Reptile Zoo say if you encounter a snake, it's best to stay calm and leave it alone. They're usually more scared of you than you are of them. In Lexington, Juneteenth is being celebrated most of this month. Alexa Minton discusses what's being planned over in Lexington.
It has officially been 3 years since Juneteenth was officially declared a federal holiday. But in Lexington, Juneteenth celebrations will last more than just one day. The city of Lexington is hosting events starting on June 10th until June 25th, welcoming community members of all backgrounds to get involved.
You know, being able to celebrate and just be informed about the inclusion of everybody and kind of shaping what we now know as Lexington, and just paying homage and really just kind of championing you know, those that have been marginalized and underserved for years.
Marcellus Barksdale is one of the co-founders of Soul Feast, a 10-day celebration of Black culinary culture, highlighting Black restaurants, farmers, and chefs, all based in central Kentucky. 13 different Black-owned restaurants are participating in the week, each of which will offer a $10 entree, featuring ingredients sourced directly from Black farmers through the support of Black Soil Kentucky.
It's kind of one of those things where, you know, supporting local is great, but also too kind of taking that a step further and supporting, you know, Black and brown businesses, entrepreneurs, really goes a long way.
Juneteenth flags will be placed along parts of Main Street beginning June 13th, showcasing the city of Lexington's support of the historic celebration.
Everybody's got a responsibility, right, to support each other, to support the community, and Juneteenth is essentially celebrating, you know, Blackness.
In Lexington, Alexa Minton, WKYT.
In Western Kentucky, rain did not deter people from attending the Sizzlin' Summer Car Giveaway at Flealand in Bowling Green during the weekend. The giveaway requires no purchase to enter and can be done at Flealand. 3 finalists are going to be drawn every weekend for the remainder of the summer, all adding up to 100 finalists. In September, after all of the finalists have been announced, they'll do a final drawing to name the winner. And that person's going to walk away with that car you see there off the Flealand lot with a new car.
We thought it would be something fun for the summer for travelers coming to Bowling Green to stop into Flealand and get a chance on winning a car. Bowling Green is a very car-oriented city, you know, with Corvette being here and all the car shows going to Beach Bend. And we just think it's going to be a tremendous promotion to give away a free convertible Camaro.
Flealand has done giveaways like this in the past, but have never given away a car, let alone a cool red convertible. Young artists from across the Commonwealth moved on to the University of Kentucky's campus during the weekend. As Samantha Valentino shows us, they're attending the Kentucky Governor's School for the Arts.
The Governor's School for the Arts is a residential arts program for some of Kentucky's brightest young creative minds.
Nick Koval is the executive director of the Kentucky Governor's School for the Arts. He's spending his Saturday helping the class of 2023 move in for the 3-week session. Every day, the students will be in classes or in studio under the guidance of expert faculty, learning about 9 different core art forms and how to use creativity to better society.
And we're also living and learning together as well. So we have a robust residential life component of the program. Students actually live in a dorm here on UK's campus for the first time, get that college experience.
The program provides college scholarship opportunities for the students as well, and the entire program is offered tuition-free, making it the largest tuition-free arts program of its kind in the entire country.
It is such a vital and important part of the program that students don't have to pay a dime for this experience. And it also really allows us to truly bring together a community of young artists from across the state of Kentucky.
Covalt says a big part of the program is showing students that they're talented artists and they are more than capable of pursuing a career in the arts in the future. Living proof of that lesson, Lexington's own Colton Ryan, the GSA alum, is living out his dream on Broadway, starring in New York, New York.
Colton is just one example of just what our young artists in Kentucky are capable of and how important it is to affirm and support our young artists.
In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
6:41 here on this Monday morning. Still a little bit of shower activity rolling through. Basically, the cold front kind of cutting our region in half there. So the cold front still pushing the rain off to the east, and we're going to continue to watch that for a few more hours before it's all said and done. Moorhead along I-64 looking a little bit on the cooler side, plus a little bit more on the dreary side this morning. 59 up there, one of the coolest spots in the region. Winds out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. Humidity 100%. Dew point, though, still at 59. So, again, not too bad out there this morning. We're going over to the cameras, or not the cameras, the temperatures now. We're going to see those in the 50s and 60s. 59 Moorhead, 59 Hazard, 59 Williamsburg, and then 64 basically in a lot of locations. We've got Ashland, you've got actually Prestonsburg just dropped to 63. Logan, we've got Jonesville, Harlan, Middlesboro, and Jacksboro all at 64. So your out the door forecast features rain early, dreary skies through at least the early afternoon hours, and I think we see some late day clearing. If we do, we'll get to 72. If we don't, we'll probably stay in the upper 60s for daytime highs. Keaton.
Thanks, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. Time is 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. The man infamously known as the Unabomber dies in prison while serving out 8 life sentences for his crimes that killed 3 people and injured many more.